The Israelites in Egypt. Hundreds of years after Joseph helped Egypt thrive, a new Pharaoh arose who did not remember Joseph. The Israelites, who had grown in number, were seen as a threat. Pharaoh enslaved them and ordered the killing of all Hebrew baby boys. One Hebrew woman saved her son by placing him in a basket and sending him down the Nile River. The baby was found by Pharaoh's daughter and named Moses, meaning drawn out of water. Moses' calling. Moses grew up in Pharaoh's palace, but later fled Egypt after killing an Egyptian who was beating a Hebrew slave. He escaped to Midian, where he became a shepherd. One day, God appeared to Moses in a burning bush and commanded him to return to Egypt and demand that Pharaoh let the Israelites go. Moses was hesitant, but God assured him, "I will be with you." Exodus 3:12. Moses confronts Pharaoh. Moses and his brother Aaron went before Pharaoh and declared, "Let my people go." Exodus 5:1. But Pharaoh refused, making the Israelites' slavery even harsher. He hardened his heart, defying God. The 10 plagues, since Pharaoh refused to release the Israelites, God sent 10 plagues to show his power. Water turned to blood. The Nile turned into blood, killing fish and making water undrinkable. Frogs. Swarms of frogs covered the land. Lice. Dust turned into gnats, infesting people and animals. Flies. Swarms of flies filled Egyptian homes. Livestock disease. Egyptian cattle and animals died. Boils. Painful sores broke out on Egyptians. Hailstorm. A devastating hailstorm destroyed crops and animals. Locusts. Locusts devoured everything green left after the hail. Darkness. A thick darkness covered Egypt for 3 days. Death of the firstborn. Every firstborn Egyptian died, including Pharaoh's son. Before the final plague, God instructed the Israelites to mark their doors with lamb's blood so the angel of death would pass over them. This event became known as Passover. The Exodus and the parting of the Red Sea. After the 10th plague, Pharaoh finally let the Israelites go. But after they left, Pharaoh changed his mind and chased them with his army. When they reached the Red Sea, they were trapped. But Moses lifted his staff, and God miraculously parted the waters, allowing the Israelites to walk on dry ground. When Pharaoh's army followed, God closed the sea, drowning them all. God's faithfulness. The Israelites were now free and began their journey to the Promised Land. Though they faced challenges in the wilderness, God guided them with a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. This story reminds us that God is powerful, keeps His promises, and delivers His people from bondage. Key lessons. Trust in God's power. He can overcome any obstacle. Obedience leads to freedom. Moses obeyed, and the Israelites were saved. God keeps His promises, even when things seem impossible.